Greetings! What is up, and a very warm welcome to the channel. The sun is hiding and the magpie is casting. Coming to you guys right now at long last with some more Homeworld Deserts of Kharak action. It's been a while, but yep, I've got the Artifact Cup number 5 replay pack that Sinistro, thank you very much to you good sir, so kindly sent me. So this time there was a winners and a losers bracket, so it was double elimination, not single elimination that we're used to. But this action is now about a week and a half old. I apologize for being busy for the last week. Basically, I was looking after someone who really needed it, and so I didn't have much time for casting. But I am going to cast the finals of the Artifact Cup number 5, and that is what we have just here. And then I'll be all ready to rock for the Artifact Cup number 6, hopefully. Which oh no, I won't be playing in that one because I'm away that weekend. But it will be cool for me to play in one of these Artifact Cups coming up. It's on the roster, it's on the cards, it's on the portents for the future. But anyway, without further ado, let's move into this best of 5 finals for the 5th weekly Artifact Cup. Here the map is going to be Torin Crater, and the players are, well, why don't we introduce them once it actually loads up? That'll be a pretty good way of doing it. But yeah, it's so good to be back casting Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. It's just such a good game. I really do enjoy it. Just a really slick, fun, punchy, fast-paced RTS. Oh, it's good times. Anyway, so without further ado, let's see. We'll just turn off the fog of war and turn on the production tab. Spawning in the south on Torin Crater, playing as the grey and black Galzian forces. It is gonna be A Gamer Anx. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, the zoom is quite sensitive on this game. So A Gamer Anx, like, just probably the overall best player in the game. Certainly the one with the most accolades to his name. He's taken a number of these Artifact Weekly Cups, and he's just a very vicious player. But he's not all about the early game aggression, which incidentally, he can execute very well. He can transition into very greedy macro builds, and he has that killer instinct of good RTS players. He knows when to strike and how to strike, and also when to hold back and how to defend. So, a very potent player, and also our present reigning champion. So he is the defending champion here, playing for the 5th weekly Artifact Cup. Now, spawning up in the north, playing as the Coalition forces, it is going to be Descara. So Descara, one of the more talented players, for sure, that we see playing, and if anyone can take games, and indeed matches, off of A Gamer Anx, you know, Descara is one of the names that comes to mind. We're going to have to see exactly what he's going to bring to the table today, exactly what plans he has for the game, exactly how he wants to treat this match moving forwards. I don't know if he's going to favor early aggression, if he's going to go for some sort of cheese build, or if he's just going to go for you know, a more balanced plan. We'll have to see. Anyway, looks like for now the production cruiser for A Gamer Anx is going to be moving out. Sand Skimmer's coming on out from that. Of course, Sand Skimmer production has finished. Light assault vehicle fabrication has finished, and now we've got a few Pathfinder scout vehicles moving out across the map for the Coalition player. A Gamer here seeming to recognize he momentarily had a numerical disadvantage. Just going to wait for the second Sand Skimmer before he engages here. Remember, of course, Sand Skimmers do regenerate health quite quickly once they're out of combat, so A Gamer can just take these fights just to put some damage onto these LAVs. Remember, they won't regenerate their health, but they do have superior damage and superior range, so very much you've got to kind of wear them down with Sand Skimmers. You can't just kind of take the fight all in one big go. Now let's see, did A Gamer, okay, so it looks like A Gamer, after popping a scanner, has consumed, or what do you say, retired his base runner, so he's got some additional minerals right now, which, or sorry, additional construction units. The orange ones are the CUs, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's going to benefit him. But whoa, coming on in here with a number of Pathfinders, looking to pick up a kill on a Sand Skimmer perhaps. Here, oh, he's going to focus fire the weakened one, and he gets it. Very nice focus fire there from Descara. He's probably going to get another Strikecraft here. These Pathfinders just kind of bullying in a little bit. Okay, trading now 2 for 1, but Descara still on the lead. Whoa, the range on these things is just making a mincemeat of these Sand Skimmers. Ah, he's going to pick off yet another. As long as he keeps trading like this, he's going to be substantially ahead. Incoming, there are more vehicles. Are they coming across the map? Yeah, there's 3 more queued up coming across the map. And now, oh my god, I'm not used to seeing A Gamer so flustered so early in the game. He's hemorrhaging units a little bit here. Sand Skimmers coming out to their death, and they're not trading very effectively because of the superior number of Pathfinders here. Oh, is he going to lose that one as well? Brutal. And now A Gamer is forced to abandon his second mining location. So that is really hard times. He's going to put some power into his into the turret range on his carrier. That's going to enable these gun turrets to be slightly more useful, and he's just going to harass these Pathfinders out of here using his Sand Skimmers and then pulling them back. constantly producing additional sand skimmers, so I think he will stabilize here. There's 2 more Pathfinders and actually 2 armored assault vehicles coming in. Discara also, meanwhile, has a base runner evacuating artifacts behind this, so that's pretty cool. And he's also building a support cruiser behind this. You can see on the production tab. So Discara using this, the work that he's done with this aggression to expand and start trying to take charge insofar as the artifacts go. So very nice opener here from Discara, who undoubtedly finds himself in the advantaged position here. Really nice. I'm not sure I've ever seen a gamer get off to like a start like this. Now the armored assault vehicles are here, and they're going to make life absolutely hell. They're going to continue this siege here. A gamer is not going to be able to access this resource site here for some time more. Looks like the carrier feels forced to come out. Does he have... Okay, he has actually researched refinery mode for his production carriers, and that is wasted right now. That's 600 minerals, or 600 CUs that is not doing anything good, because, you know, the upgrade on this production cruiser isn't actually being used right now. So the efficiency of A-Gamer's build no doubt being hampered here. Also, he's got these salvagers here, not doing very much. Actually beginning to salvage harvesters. What? Discara! What is this early game aggression? He's actually putting something together here. I can't believe he's picking off harvesters. That's 2 now. 2 salvagers have gone down. That is brutal. The sand skimmer's just kind of desperately trying to pick apart these armored assaults, but like, it's slow going. It is very slow going. Is this another production cruiser? Okay, wow. A-Gamer just really doubling down. He's also researched railguns, and assault railguns are now being built to, at a time, assault railguns will cure these armored assault vehicles that are being so annoying right now for A-Gamer. Let's see what's going on the other side of the map. It looks like 2 support cruisers are out right now. So Discara taking a big macro focus after this early aggression. And I actually think A-Gamer here, he didn't lose his cool, but he only has 2 salvages is a big setback here. This armored assault vehicle is just going to die, and Discara makes the scoreline 1-0 by securing that artifact in the sort of northwest. Okay, so he's got 3 armored assault. So he's got 3 assault railguns. He's got 2 sand skimmers. He's only got 2 salvagers, but he does have a number of production cruisers. He's got 2 production cruisers, so his production right now is good. He can stabilize quickly and get his salvagers back up. And Discara is still constructing salvagers moving out. Now, make no mistake, Discara definitely has the upper hand. He's got 1 artifact. He's got additional he's got additional salvagers. But these 2 players, because of the fact that even despite all this pressure, A-Gamer was able to establish the spine of his macro army. He got the production cruisers out, he researched refinery mode. You know, he's only behind by the time it takes to manufacture those additional salvagers, really. So anyway, the UAV is out for Discara. He sees the move out here. He sees the assault railguns. And AAV is going to come forward here to just defend this base runner, I guess. But actually, now the assault railguns are in town. I don't know why Discara decided to move that one back to the south. Smoke going to come down from the armored assault to try and save that. But decent hits being caused there on the armored assault. So Discara going to have to play it cautiously. The UAV in the south of the map will be revealing some information. Armored assault also coming across the left flank. Very sensible move. Of course, Discara doesn't really have much line of sight around this flanking route here. So, you know, for all he knows, some sand skimmers might be about to show up and start harassing this resource operation, which, you know, would be annoying. So he's going to he's going to forestall that off using his armored assault there. Very nice. A-Gamer Ranks knows that he doesn't really have military or economic domination right now, so he's going to play it cautiously with his units, not overcommitting, and that's clearly the right choice. We've got a lot of railguns now coming out, up to 4 of those now for Discara. A couple of armored assaults going to be leading the charge. Base runner kind of hanging out, ready to either support this attack or maybe make an artifact run. We'll see what the choice is going to be for Discara behind this. And now, look, the UAV is going to see these assault railguns on the right flank. So Discara knows about them. He's going to bring his forces across to the right. Looks like he wants to answer those. A sand skimmer, a lone sand skimmer, going to scout on in here on the left, and now A-Gamer is going to, you know, this is exactly what he feared. He's going to see a fully mining operation going on here, complete with sufficient defenses to pick off his sand skimmer. So that is probably the last thing he wanted to see. You know, if he saw an empty base here, he'd know his opponent was only mining off of 2 locations. So, but that is not going to be the case. So that is bad news confirmed there for A-Gamer. But hey, at least he knows what he's up against now, and he can use that information to formulate a plan to defeat his opponent now as we move forward. Coming up to about the 8.5-minute mark in this game, and it has been a spicy one so far. As I take a sip on my drink. Now, it seems like we've got a little skirmish developing on the right flank here. Some armoured units for Discara are going to be moving out. Number of Pathfinders here in mid. He's making another grab on an artifact. He's even got a Strike Fighter out now, and there's no anti-air for A Gamer. So this Strike Fighter is just going to be taking shots, I imagine, into the Assault Railguns. Here we go. Actually, no, taking shots into the Sand Skimmers. Okay, fair enough. Seems like a bit of a waste. There are these beautiful Assault Railguns there. I think Discara might want to prioritize these guys down. Some additional focus fire there would be good. He can't pursue them too far back because remember these production cruisers do have anti-air and it is slightly prickly, and there are 3 production cruisers now. But here comes the attack for Discara. He's going to push A Gamer off of his 3rd resource extraction site. Railguns getting some good hits on the heavy railguns of A Gamer. In fact, this could be a railgun fight that the coalition player could win here. The strike crafter in the hood, they could help poke down these heavy railguns. The Gaussian heavy railguns are quite soft. They don't take as many hits as the coalition ones, which are pushing forwards here. Pathfinders are up in the hood, and they're super effective against railguns. So this is a desperate moment for A Gamer. These railguns are basically all he has, and now the Pathfinders are up in the hood, prioritizing these railguns. Massive hit comes through, and now what does A Gamer have? Not a lot. The strike craft are rearming, repairing, but they'll be back soon. But this is bothersome because now A Gamer can't mine off of this location. He's kind of getting jeopardized in his main here, or in his second base location, I should say. The railgun's still alive at the back here. This is so frustrating for A Gamer. Just damage is being dealt here. And look, there are additional units for Discara flooding the map right now. Uh-oh. Okay, so this armored assault will go down. This heavy railgun will be enough to destroy it quite handily there. This railgun here is going to get picked off by Sand Skimmers. Let's just check the tech here for A Gamer. So in some Sand Skimmer, he hasn't got raiding or armor. Wow. Does he have firepower? No. Okay, so no upgrades on these Sand Skimmers. Let's check. Okay, so no, Discara has like 2 armor, I think. 2 armor upgrades completed on his LAVs. Uh-oh. And now he's going to come in and look at this. This is a lovely angle for an assault here. He's going to come in and start tickling the salvagers. There is a missile ship exposed here. Oh, he's going to focus the missile ship. The missile ship uses the barrage. Gets a lot of good damage onto these Pathfinders here. These Pathfinders now in a little bit of jeopardy. He's going to have to be careful. What's he going to prioritize here? 4 more Pathfinders coming in here. This is a lot of Pathfinders here. The heavy railguns are doing what they can, but they're not very good against such small targets. And the artifacts are getting totally marshaled here by Discara. He's grabbing artifacts behind this. Additional railgun units are coming out onto the map. They're coming out very quickly. Pathfinder's beginning to overrun here. Salvagers being hung out to dry. A Gamer is still mining off of a number of locations, and he's somehow firefighting this using heavy railguns and assault railguns, while Sand Skimmers chop and change at point blank. I can't help but feel like A Gamer did really well out of that fight, because that number of Pathfinders coming in looks set to do a lot more damage than this. I mean, it's done good damage, but I think it could have done a lot more. So A Gamer somehow stabilizing that very nicely. All of the Pathfinders do go down, so that's pretty big for Discara. You know, he has no more Pathfinders, and look, this army here is as these guys doing some flips. This is all railguns. There's probably too many railguns. There's like 8 railguns with no support. There's nothing to stop these Sand Skimmers from just coming in and killing these railguns. These Sand Skimmers here could get all of the railguns, but Discara is up to 3 artifacts, and he's got a 4th one coming out here. It looks like A Gamer's going to use his carrier here to try and block this base runner. Very savvy move here, trying to use all the resources that he has. 3 production cruisers is going to take care of all of the mining and resourcing back at home. But okay, so now Pathfinders are beginning to be added in. Now the little light assault vehicles are going to come out. Now these railguns are a little bit more secure. They can be a bit more useful. But I think that this base runner may well... it's definitely going to be salvaged. It's definitely going to be forfeit here. There it goes, and the artifact is destroyed. So 3-0 going to be the scoreline here. But this is a lot of railguns. Like, you know, this is a ton of railguns for Discara, and he's got the Pathfinders to cover them. And what are his upgrades like now? Oh, he's got 2 armor and 1 attack on these Pathfinders, so they mean real business. A Gamer still with no upgrades on his Sand Skimmers, so any fight involving these Pathfinders against these Sand Skimmers is only going to go Discara's way right now. 3 heavy railguns is providing a nice base of fire, though, for A Gamer. And now the carrier has been answered. So how much power? So he's got like 5 power. A Gamer has just a 1. So okay, the carrier of Discara much more potent than that of A Gamer. And looks like A Gamer is actually going to come for a little bit of a backstab here. 4 railguns, assault railguns, going to come in here. They'll be more than enough to kill this armored assault, and start killing salvages. So a lovely backstab. I would say Discara, if he still has his strike fighters, and I haven't seen him get shot down, he needs to commit his strike fighters over here immediately to defend. He needs a rapid response to that, because he's going to start hemorrhaging units. Meanwhile, though, A Gamer's carrier getting broadsided down. The railguns, there are so many of them for Discara, and they are coming forward. The Pathfinders here are going to try and screen the railguns from these sandskimmers, which are coming in for a dive here. Massive amounts of railgun slugs cutting into A Gamer's carrier. It finds itself down at 34% health. Discara leading the charge with his own carrier here. I think if he just focuses fire on the carrier, oh my god, the damage is so good on those railguns. I think this could be a Discara. Discara is going to take this. There's nothing to stop this. The railguns are just going to hit the carrier, and that has to be game. Wow. Discara takes the lead in this series against A Gamer. And if I sound slightly amazed, it's only because I'm slightly amazed. It's not often you see A Gamer trailing in the scoreline. Wow. And Discara, they're putting together a very nice game, you know? Like, I can't think of a single thing he did strictly wrong. That was just really good. Damn! Alright, fantastic. Well, I'm going to go ahead and load up Game 2, so I'm going to just quit the recording for now, and I will see you guys very shortly for Game 2 of this Best of 5 series. Greetings, what's up, and welcome back to Game 2 of this Best of 5 series between A Gamer Ranks and Discara. A Gamer Ranks right now trailing. Discara has the lead, 1-0. Map 2 for this Best of 5, going to be Galzian territories, so a slightly bigger map, a little bit more open, and I would say, actually, this map does kind of favour Galzian forces. The relatively few dune lines mean that the Galzian railguns, which are faster, longer range, slightly more accurate, I believe, not sure on that actually, but easier to reposition because they're faster and have decent range, can really make use of these, you know, like this dune line here defends all of the way up until like this dune line, and you know, using these dune lines can be really important. Also, sand skimmers can abuse these dune lines to negate the extended line of sight on some of the coalition units, using the top of these dune lines to escape or ambush foes, and like I say, just kind of taking away some of the advantage provided to the coalition by their extended line of sight. But anyway, let's do some player introductions here. Spawning in the south, playing as the grey and black Galzian forces, trailing 0-1 right now in this series. Our defending champion, it is A Gamer Anx. And spawning in the north, playing as the coalition forces, here we go, leading 1-0 at the moment after a very spicy and well-balanced game 1. It is Discara. So let's take a look at the production tab here. Looks like A Gamer going to be sending out his production cruiser for a little scouting poke here, base runner and light assault vehicles coming forward. Looks like A Gamer has retired his base runner after putting down a scanner, so there's going to be additional resources available to him to kickstart his economy. Sandskimmer here just going to be moving on out, sees the 2, maybe 3 Pathfinders. Yeah, he'll know that there's a 3rd Pathfinder. He'll have had an indistinct blip on his scanner, so knows that Discara is committing to defending this base runner, I guess. So he's going to pull back his production cruiser for now. It is 5 Pathfinders on the field at the moment versus just 2 sand skimmers. That's a touch. A Gamer just going to want to treat that one with a bit of caution. The extended range and power on those Pathfinders going to force these sand skimmers back for now. Their self-repairs are going to take care of the damage that was on them. A couple more sand skimmers going to join the fray actually, but these LAVs mean business here. And A Gamer can't get any damage done with these sand skimmers at all. Let's just take a look at the research here. So, okay, production cruiser refinery mode has finished right now for A Gamer. Wow, that was very quick production cruiser refinery research. Very quick indeed. He's also completed fleet capacity, and he's going to be going for assault ships this time, not railguns. So we're going to see the assault ships on the field here. A turret has been deployed in a very spicy location. Discara. Oh my god, this like secures this staging post on A Gamer's doorstep. Like, there's nothing A Gamer can do about this turret for the foreseeable future. So this is a very savvy move. Securing this area of the map here means that, like, Discara can rally his forces here, and look, his army is much bigger right now. Pathfinders, buck for buck, are better than Sandskimmers at this point in the game, because the advantages of the Sandskimmers don't really apply in a straight-up battle. The advantages of Sandskimmers apply when you're fighting in the open in the middle of the map, and you can kite, and you can raid, and you can come in and out of battle. When you're, like, committed to defending because your resources are exposed, Sandskimmers won't be so good in this kind of an engagement. A lot of Pathfinders coming in here. These LAVs mean business. Gonna pick down the wounded ones. Discara is quite clever. Oh, he doesn't quite get this one, so that's a nice pickup there for A-Gamer. That one's going to be allowed to regenerate. A-Gamer just playing this one very, very cautiously. Just picking down the wounded Sandskimmers of his opponent. There we go. Very nice. There we go. Yeah, okay, now the numbers are beginning to turn. This wounded Sandskimmer going to return to the fight now to provide some additional DPS. And actually, A-Gamer seems to have microed his way to a fantastic win there. And again, this is kind of what I meant about this map. Like, he wouldn't have been able to take that fight nearly so easily if it weren't for this sand dune, because he was able to put his Sandskimmers just behind the top lip of this sand dune, which nullified the range advantage of the LAVs. Now, I was just saying how in a battle where you're committed to defending, the regeneration and speed advantage of the Sandskimmers is pretty much taken away. So by taking away the range advantage on the Pathfinders, A-Gamer was able to find a fight there that he could take, and that was very nice. Now, Discara does have a base runner here. He's not grabbing an artifact yet, but I imagine he'll do so shortly. Armoured assault vehicles have now arrived on this side of the map for Discara, who's still using this turret post here as a sort of staging post for his operations here. Now, 2 assault ships and a number of Sandskimmers are out for A-Gamer, but he does have to be careful here, does A-Gamer. He doesn't want to get picked apart by a larger army out here, and that is kind of what's beginning to happen. The assault ship here has been isolated. 3 armoured assaults going to be hooning on this one assault ship, and they just don't quite have the DPS here to bring down one of these coalition assault ships in the same time. The Sandskimmers are going to come in here, but this isn't really a fight they want to be a part of. The first assault ship goes down for the Galzian player. A-Gamer are going to lose that one, but another one comes out, produced just in the nick of time. He needs to focus down this wounded one. Good smoke used there from Discara to keep it in the fight a while longer. Oh, wow, now the base runner comes forward and puts down another turret on a much more spicy location. The Galzian carrier feels forced into the fight, and Badid is going to come in, but that's not for free. Okay, so he does have a production cruiser to replace it, so okay, he is still mining off of that base. A-Gamer there crucially taking care of business. And now the armoured assaults are beginning to get whittled down. The Sandskimmers and the armoured assault, assault ships here for the Galzian player are going to be doing work. The carrier from the Galzian going to take care of this turret post, so that's a really good way of taking care of that. The armour on the carrier is sufficient to withstand the turret post fairly easily, and the carrier here going to be used as a very effective counter. Wow, that looked like such a hard push, and honestly, hands up Galzian players, how many of you would really have survived that push, you know? The turret here to provide a staging post, the turret here for additional pressure after already a brutal assault which A-Gamer defended very well. I think A-Gamer's looking very good in this game, and you can tell that he's a player that isn't easily flustered. Like, he's probably dealt with situations like this on the ladder, and that is why he just looks like he knows what he's doing. Oh my god, these turrets hit for such spicy damage. Oh, that will be a dead assault ship. I'd be amazed if this turret doesn't get another assault ship, which seems to be a little bit of a mistake for A-Gamer. Why is he just hemorrhaging, like, 2 assault ships? Is he going to hemorrhage a 3rd here? He could lose a 3rd assault ship. Does he realise that these guys are just rallied in? Oh, okay, so he does... Okay, he loses 2 assault ships, but I mean, that was only a turret. How much are the turrets, anyway? 250 CUs.
Move into position and charge array.
So not a very efficient trade there at all for A-Gamer. Discara getting the upper hand in yet another engagement. So he's going to grab this artifact and leg it. Now this is kind of cool for Discara. That was the artifact which was closest to Team 2's extraction zone, so that's cool.
Course set. Advance underway.
A-Gamer ranks right now building Sandskimmers, a number of Sandskimmers in fact. Discara focusing on the armoured assaults by the look of it. Let's check the tech here for A-Gamer. Railgun fabrication is going to be coming down just now.
Target position set.
And along with fleet capacity 85. Which is going to enable him to continue building Sandskimmers if he wants. No upgrades on these Sandskimmers. And there is an armor upgrade on the LAVs. But this is a lot of force that A-Gamer is moving out with right now, actually. Looks like he wants to put on some pressure of his own, and that'll be nice to see. The first time we've actually seen A-Gamer really putting on an attack in his opponent's half of the map here. This is going to be quite nice to see. Now, these armoured assaults are actually focusing their fire a little bit better than A-Gamer is, so he's splitting his fire between these two, and that's never going to be good. So he hemorrhages an assault ship here.
Advance underway.
Sandskimmer's moving across to the left flank. Quite a few of them. Looks like he might try for a backstab here to pick up some resources. These armoured assaults actually just cleaning house, taking out 2 assault ships for no losses there. Oh, A-Gamer's carrier also coming across the map. Interesting. Okay, he really means business. He does have all 3 of his production cruisers mining. In fact, the economy for A-Gamer right now far superior to that of Discara, who has not established his 3rd mining location and is not likely to anytime soon. An assault ship going to garrison that for A-Gamer, and the Sandskimmers, you know, on the patrol, ready to pick off any exposed salvagers or a support cruiser transferring over there. Not that there is any. So A-Gamer actually finds himself in a fantastic position right now, having defended very well. How many Sandskimmers is he up to now? 19 Sandskimmers, and still building them. He's getting up a lot of force here, and he's going for honor guard cruisers actually. Wow, and he has enough RUs that he can get them. He has to be cautious. He has to be concerned about an air switch, though, doesn't he? Yeah, he doesn't have missile ships, so he does have to be slightly concerned about an air switch. Whoa, his Sandskim is just going to come on in here, and he's going to get the railguns. Oh, these railguns are just a gift. Absolute gift. This number of assault ships is not enough, and in fact, whoa, sorry, this number of armored assaults is not enough, and one of them is going to go down even to the Sandskimmers there, so that kind of sucks. A-Gamer should pick off these railguns, though, I think. Seems weird to come in that deep and only get 1 railgun, I think. Now he's going to get run down a bit by the armored assaults, which are very angry and dackering down these Sandskimmers. So I don't know, he lost a lot. He lost like half of his Sandskimmers there for like 1 railgun, which is not the best. 1 railgun and 1 assault. Now 2 heavy railguns going to take up position on the top of this sand dune. The UAV kind of sees everything though for Discara, so I think he knows about the assault railguns maybe. Sorry, the heavy railguns. He definitely knows now. And the line of sight is not there for A-Gamer, so these armored assaults kind of getting away with being in a very silly place, right? Well, not silly, just like in a very dangerous place. Now the railguns begin to track. Poof! We begin to see some hits being taken there for A-Gamer. Pow, pow. Gets taken out. Let's check the resourcing. Still no sign of grabbing the 3rd location for Discara. He is going to try and sneak this artifact out, but you've got to think these Sandskimmers are going to catch it. It'll get detected by the assault ship, and the Sandskimmers will come in for the kill if they want it. Many heavy railguns come out. This looks like I want to kill your carrier amounts of heavy railguns, actually. And that's not a bad plan. On this map, like I was saying, the Galzian heavy railguns are very powerful, and he doesn't have to get them very much further forward, so until they have line of sight on this carrier, if he just gets them like around here, or maybe along the spine of this sand dune here, he'll have good shots into this carrier, I think. And that's a lot of railguns, so he can like brute force his way up onto that sand dune if he wants to. Sandskimmer's going to come in here. They're going to backstab left. Picking off a salvager is a nice pickup. Probably going to get this base runner too if they want it. No, smoke coming down from the armored assault. Discara here with the clutch plays. Nice micro. Going to save that base runner for now, which is important because it does have an artifact in it. Speaking of artifacts, this artifact going to be getting secured by A-Gamer right now, rolling on out. Going to try and grab one of those, and that will power up his carrier a little bit more, and that's pretty good. A-Gamer's actually already researched Power Reserve 1, which is pretty cool. So anyway, these Sandskimmers just being annoying, just kind of kiting as best they can. The armored assault ship here just getting pushed back. Railgun's going to be taking some shots from back here. Looks like actually, again, these sand dunes favouring the Galzian forces on this map. 2 heavy railguns going to be moving into position onto the top of this sand dune here, and that is going to help against these armored assaults. Assuming they can line some shots up. Yeah, now they start lining some shots up. And now A-Gamer feels ready to commit some more of his units. This probe is going to see exactly what's going on, so Discara, if he was paying attention, and you've got to think he probably was, will know that there are additional heavy railguns relocating to come and assist here. Oh, he's got to be careful about these armored assaults getting too far out. Yeah, these armored assaults, if they would just come up onto this sand dune here, you've got to use the spine of a sand dune. Always use the spine of a sand dune. Then they would be doing really good. Come on, heavy railguns, get in here. Yeah, there we go. You see, now these ones are in a good position. They're on the spine. 1-1 going to be the scoreline here as Discara grabs another artifact. These heavy railguns are going to decimate Discara's army, though. He cannot fight here. Discara, no, you can't fight here. This is a brutal railgun trap. Okay, now the railgun war is on. One of the railguns for the Galzian player going to get knocked off. Possibly another here. The railguns for the Galzian forces just have so little HP. But there's an honor guard cruiser crests the hill. The heavy railgun blasts a big hole in the army of Discara. Another artifact is scored here for A-Gamer. Let's zoom out and get a better feel for what's going on. Honor guard cruiser is very intimidating right now. Okay, it looks like Discara is just about beginning to secure his 3rd mining location. Whoa, but this is a tough one. The long range on the Pathfinder's just taking some pot shots into the Sandskimmers. A-Gamer going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and yeah, he's going to move them back. Honor Guard crews are going to push forward, and this here would be a lovely position for it. The heavy railguns likewise pushing in, and I do like this. This probe still sees everything, though. It's so annoying. Tuscara making excellent use of the scouting abilities available to the Coalition faction. Must be commended for it. Must be. It's very good. Like, he knows what he's up against, and he knows he's also outgunned, like, brutally outgunned here.
Sand skimmer taking fire.
The heavy railgun's beginning to take fire. If the Honor Guard cruiser could just get into range and start taking some shots, it would deal with these Pathfinders so quickly. The AoE railgun is just brutal. He's watch this Honor Guard cruiser. Okay, he doesn't have line of sight. Okay, he's going to warm up the turret in a second. Warm up the railgun. There it goes. Bang! Immediately putting masses of damage onto the Pathfinders. Now the Sand Skimmers can just hoover them up. A turret post is deployed in quite a nice position that will help in this fight. The Honor Guard cruiser still not firing. Okay, takes a shot against the turret post. That's going to down that. But now all the railguns taking shots into the Honor Guard cruiser. A gamer really needs to kite with this guy, and he does. Pow, pow, more railgun shots coming in, and the Galzian railguns beginning to fall. I really think that these Sand Skimmers really should prioritize the railguns, because they're the only thing that's really keeping a gamer at bay here, and how they really are keeping him at bay. Okay, now they start prioritizing the railguns. How we're going to start taking them down. Now the railguns start dropping, and this is looking kind of checkmatey as another Honor Guard cruiser comes out. All of the heavy railguns in this location have been bled out, but more are coming in, and a gamer here establishing a very nice siege line, just pulverizing his foe with these heavy railguns. The Sand Skimmers just getting work done. It's a feeding frenzy in here right now. Units going down, salvages going down, Tuscara in a bad way. He's going to start moving out with his carrier, but you kind of get the feeling this is too little too late. I just don't know what can beat this many Honor Guard cruisers right now, unless he's like teched into something epic which is about to come out. But I mean, it's just armored assault vehicles. Sorry, no, it's just railguns that Tuscara is building right now, and those are not going to beat this army. Let's just zoom out here and make sure we're not missing any action. Nope. So, I guess this is gonna be game, right? I mean, how do you come back against these Honor Guard cruisers? How do you come back against an opponent who's had a superior economy this entire game? We're 15 minutes in now. Honor Guard, the Honor Guard cruiser's just taking brutal shots. This one just needs to relocate to like here so it can see a bit better, because it's not actually taking shots into much that's relevant right now. I think it might want to pick off that base runner. Ooh, and it does, very nice. Now the heavy railguns can start. Oh, third Honor Guard cruiser is out. Oh dear me, does he have the anti-air upgrade? He has the anti-air upgrade, so if there is an air switch, you know, just in case, he can just set these Honor Guard cruisers to fire the missile packs, and that will take care of the skies. So I think a gamer is probably going to equalize this one up. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but I just can't see any way for Tuscara to come back from this. Like, Honor Guard cruisers are hooning all over your guys, you know? These Sand Skimmers, if they want, like, I would love for him to just kind of like come around here and just hit the resource operation here. That would be great. I mean, he doesn't need to, but I would like it. The carrier now for Tuscara getting exposed, down to about 2/3 of its health, getting taken apart by repeated railgun slugs. Now remember, it's heavy railguns do have armor break, sunder, so any hits by the railguns are actually helping the Honor Guard cruisers and stuff do more damage into this carrier. Small point, I know, but not much else going on, so just thought I'd mention that. Some people may not be aware of the railgun mechanics in this, but heavy railguns in this game do, like, hits permanently reduce, or reduce for 10 seconds, I believe it is, the armor value of their foe. And the Galzian carrier is here. Considerable amounts of power available to that. You can see the chain guns are spooled up now and spraying rounds into Tuscara's carrier. I think Tuscara knows it's over. He's going to throw in the carrier in a last desperate, like, you know, gesture of defiance. Always go down fighting. Credit where credit's due. That is nice to see, but it is not going to be enough, of course. And a gamer Anx is going to bring this series, this best of 5 series, to a 1-all, to a level playing field. Woof! That is well played. 1-all. So it's now basically a best of 3, I suppose. Well played by both players so far, and I will catch you guys in game 3 here momentarily. So welcome back to Game 3 here in the Artifact Cup, Weekly Cup number 5. This is the Grand Finals, best of 5. We're at 1 game apiece, level pegging between our 2 players. The third map in this best of 5 series is going to be Clash Teeth, Probably the smallest, most brutal and bloody map, also one of the maps that's been in the game since release, so both these players will be well versed in this map, but typically this is one of A-Gamer's maps, you know, this is A-Gamer's stomping ground. This is a map where he gets to ply his evil trade in the most efficient ways we've ever seen him do it, so interesting. I'll be interested to see what A-Gamer wants to do on this map. So let's go ahead and introduce these players. Spawning in the south, playing as the Black and Grey Galzian forces, it is A-Gamer X. And spawning in the north, playing as the Coalition forces in sort of sky blue, I want to say, it is Descara. So that is going to be the spawn locations. I hope everyone is familiar with those by now. To be honest, if you haven't figured out the spawn locations on Kalash Teeth and you've played this game, then it's probably no hope for you. But for those of you who haven't played the game, I suppose that's there for your benefit. Anyway, additional salvages have been constructed here for Descara. Going to be doing the old 1.5 mining locations trick here, where you kind of mine off of an additional site. So a bit of a macro opening there for Descara. Sandskim is going to be coming out from the advanced production cruiser here from A-Gamer, and it is actually A-Gamer who has the army size advantage, going up to 2 Sandskimmers well before the second Pathfinder is finished there. So A-Gamer will have the edge in any fights being taken here in mid. The Pathfinders see the Sandskimmers coming in, and they're just going to turn back for now. Just going to wait for more of their friends here. You know, no point taking the fight out here in the open where they can be hurt. Much rather take it back here where the carrier can be used as a defensive bulwark and where you've got additional Pathfinders coming to your aid. So it looks like they're going to push back the Sandskimmers for now. 4 Sandskimmers, 4 Pathfinders, all pretty even out there. Both players mining off of 1.5 locations right now. Let's switch to the production tab, and we can take a look at what is coming down the pipeline for these two players. Seems like we've got assault ship fabrication on the build queue for A-Gamer. He needs to get fleet capacity 45 because he is supply block right now at 25 out of 25. I imagine he'll do that momentarily, probably just microing these Sandskimmers. Pulling back the wounded ones, ever the usual Galzian trick. We can't build additional Sandskimmers though, so Descara is taking quite the lead right now. Wow, actually, is he still not? Okay, now he has the fleet capacity upgrade that he needs, so now he can start building more Sandskimmers. But now there's a lot of Pathfinders here. That's like 9 Pathfinders against 6. Whoa, 6 Sandskimmers do not take this fight. Oh, dearie me. Ooh, A-Gamer is playing with fire. Here comes Descara. He's coming in. Descara knows that this fight is his. A-Gamer a little slow to react here, and I think he's probably going to lose like all his Sandskimmers, maybe. This doesn't look like a very good fight for A-Gamer. I mean, he's actually picking off the wounded LAVs here quite nicely. Oh, and he gets a wounded Sandskimmer out of the fight too. A-Gamer chopping and changing. Ah, he's so spicy on the micro. Here comes the wounded one, thinking about getting back in, but he knows it's too wounded. And he's actually going to take that fight. I can't do that. Maybe with a bit more practice, but that was just really well taken. And this is why A-Gamer's very good. Like, he understands exactly, like, his RTS nounce, you know, his, like, killer instinct. He knows exactly what he needs to be doing in any given situation, and he commits to it. Like, he doesn't always pull it off because, you know, like the best of us, he's only human. But that was just really nice. Now, a turret gets established in a very nice position here for Descara. We saw that had line of sight to here, so this is clearly a position he's used before. If we zoom in on this position, actually, and then rotate the camera, like, look at that line of sight. It's actually very cleverly gauged, so he can see this production cruiser as soon as it comes over the sand dune here. So that's quite cool. That is quite cool indeed. Now we've got extended and mixed skirmishing going on here. By the way, I didn't mention behind this, A-Gamer did secure an artifact, and it looks like he's going to try and grab another. So A-Gamer just doing A-Gamer things on this map. It's very nice to see. This Pathfinder here, whoa, just doing a little bit of a J-turn. That was cool. And now the assault ships are on the field. So the tech of choice is known about here. Descara is going to get that heads up. Now Descara's gone for railguns, actually. No AAVs. Wow. When do Coalition players ever skip AAVs? This is so unusual. And I think it's going to work as well, because the LAVs can keep back the Sandskimmers, and the railguns just beat the assault ships, so I think this could be good. He's going to get the turret down. That's a nice pickup here for A-Gamer. And he's looking like he's going to grab a second artifact whilst all this is going on. By forcing his opponent to commit all of his military resources here, he's going to basically get 2 artifacts out of this bargain, so that's nice. Pow! Railgun reveals itself, so A-Gamer knows now. the LAV is going to come forward to try and pick off some sand skimmers, and that they will.
Extraction confirmed.
But the assault ship here doing great damage. This railgun really in an awkward position. But the army of A Gamer looks like it's just getting beaten. Not many units remaining. He's hemorrhaged almost all of his sand skimmers. Now the assault ships could be. Look, there's 3 railguns here. These assault ships are in a terrible location. A Gamer needs to GTFO right now and let these guys start regenerating some health, because this is not a fight. All he will do if he tries to take this is lose his units, and that will suck. And look, they're actually forced off to the side here. Oh, A Gamer, don't get tempted in, man. This is too many railguns.
Rally position.
Oh, he's going to start hemorrhaging ships. Discara knows it. He comes for the chase. Oh, brutal chase here. Oh, he hemorrhages 2 assault ships. Is he going to hemorrhage a 3rd? Is he going to hemorrhage a 4th? Oh my god, the rounds are just flailing in. And this is everything for A Gamer right now. Like, he has, like, very few other military units. Like, a few sand skimmers does not an army make.
Advance up.
The base runner here getting hooned on. A Gamer needs just a few seconds to stabilize here, and I think he's going to have it. I don't think that this is a GG moment at all, but A Gamer certainly in a bad way, and Discara going to take advantage of this to start grabbing some artifacts of his own, which is of course much needed.
Begin systems check. Theta 43.
Moving out. Production
Okay, now here come the railguns. Have to be careful though. They can't get too cocky, or else these sand skimmers will bite them off.
Command verified. Light attack vehicle rendering complete.
Discara still only mining off 1 location. I didn't realize A Gamer had the economic edge behind this. Wow, okay, so Discara actually committing a lot more than I thought to this attack. I thought Discara was expanding behind this. Okay, well that being the case then, I would say A Gamer actually possibly a little ahead in a weird way, because unless A Gamer dies in the next minute and a half here, I think he's well ahead, and I don't think he's likely to die in the next minute and a half. I think that'll be very hard for Discara to orchestrate. So this is actually looking really good now for A Gamer. Let's check the tech here. He's going for interceptors. Oops. Spicy tech. Spicy. Oh, the interceptors are such a good choice, because there's like very little anti-air. I mean, remember LAVs do some anti-air,
Sector production online.
but
Course set.
I don't know.
Confirmed. Light attack
It's not going to be enough. And depending on how many interceptors A Gamer gets,
destination locked in.
keep an eye on the production queue. So he is building, he's got 1 interceptor and he's building a 2nd. Keep an eye on this production queue here, and we'll see how many he gets. But these railguns are, of course, very susceptible to interceptors, like very susceptible. The drone here for Discara, again, congratulations, commendations on the use of this drone. Finally, he has a support cruiser at this location, but only 1 salvager here, so he needs to oh no, sorry. Sorry, that is 2 salvagers. But anyway, big fight being taken here. The sand skimmer's going to come on in. They want the railguns. The LAV is getting overwhelmed here, actually. The interceptors get launched. Boom, big hits coming down on the railguns. The turret here starts taking some hits into the sand skimmers. But I believe A Gamer here, wow, his carrier actually taking considerable amounts of damage off of these railguns. And he is beginning to pick the railguns down now. The interceptors and the strike craft, the sand skimmers here, just like making a mockery of these railguns. Yeah, they're going down. They're going down. Just 1 remains. And the damage on the Galzian carrier is just fine, because remember, self-repairs is a system on the Galzian carrier, so it's able to regenerate itself very quickly if you just put power into that. And now the interceptor's kind of in hostile airspace a bit here. He's probably going to want to think about falling back. The base runner has anti-air, and so do these LAVs, and there's not much more to be shot down here. So, okay, so where's this carrier headed? Oh my god, he's heading to his own extraction zone here. That's pretty clever. Actually, A Gamer looks like he just wants to go for the kill here.
Light attack vehicle online.
Wow, this game is
Target position
not looking
set.
like many games I've
Base
ever cast
order
before, to be honest. And these 2 players are just really, really well matched, aren't they? I mean, 1 game all in this series. This game has been back and forth.
Light attack
This is
vehicle
some of the best
rendering
Homeworld Deserts of Kharak I think I've ever cast, and that is a great thing to be able to say.
New course ordered.
So let's see, let's check the tech. Power Reserve 2. A Gamer is weaponizing his carrier. He can go for Power Reserve 3, and he does! And he does! A Gamer is coming in here with the carrier, going to use it as a weapon of war. Not much power available on the carrier of Discara. A Gamer has also an additional artifact, so he's going to have way more power when it comes to it. The Sand Skimmer's going to come on in here for a backstab, and there's not enough LAVs to deflect them. The LAVs are going to be forfeit for trying, and then A Gamer is going to be able to destabilize this resource extraction site. He's going to just pick off the support cruiser. He can pick off the salvagers. This is crucial damage. This is crucial damage to the backbone of Discara. This is probably game-ending damage. Losing that support cruiser was not an option, I think, for Discara. And now what does he have? Not a lot. His forces are in disarray. The carrier forced to kind of get flustered here. In comes a gamer's carrier. Oodles of power available on that beast. Look at this. More weapon systems, more range systems just now coming online. That's going to start savaging units here. Missiles and chain guns just kind of flailing away into these units. And Discara put all of his money on the railgun build, and I didn't realize he didn't have the economy behind it. Like, there was no macro developing behind that, so he is probably going to lose this game. I can't see a way back for him here. I mean, this carrier is just brutal force. A gamer is evacuating artifacts behind this. You know, the Sand Skimmer blob is real. What are the upgrades? He has 1 damage upgrade, and he also has raiding, so they're very fast. And that is playing up against what? 1 armor upgrade. So upgrades as near as makes no difference, kind of even between the two players. But the speed upgrade on those Sand Skimmers is real. They're going to head back and just ransack this point, leaving the carrier here to just, okay, and Discara knows when he's there. Discara here going to tap on out. A gamer takes the lead, 2-1 in this best-of-5 series. Can our champion retain his crown for another week? Or is Discara going to be able to take this to the ace match? I don't know, but I'll see you in Game 4 to find out. Greetings, what's up, and a very warm welcome back to Game 4 in this best-of-5 series. A gamer ranks at the moment up 2-1 to Discara. Discara took the first game in brutal and brilliant style, and honestly, it was quite one-sided. The next 2 games, much more back and forth, and it was a gamer who just about came ahead in both of them, although, like I say, things were close. So there's definitely nothing is set in stone in this series. Anything can happen. Right, without further ado, I better get around to introducing these players. Spawning in the south, playing as the black and grey Gaussian forces, it is a gamer Anx, who, like I say, presently has the advantage in this series. And, as I switch to the production tab, spawning in the north, playing as the coalition forces, the sky blue coalition forces, it is Discara. Yep, this map, one which can go on for a much longer game. Look at the rush distance. It's really, really big. Look how defensible your spawn location is. You know, your carrier is in a very difficult to flank sort of, you know, it's just kind of cornered in here. It's very hard to access this position, very hard to flank and attack from the back or the sides. And you also start with 2 resource locations very nearby. So this is a much more... you know, I would be amazed if both of the players didn't go for very macro builds. And to that end, look, we've got a support cruiser coming out here for Discara very early. For a gamer Anx, he's got refinery mode coming down very early. So pretty standard stuff. He is going to be sending his production cruiser out here for a bit of a poke. Probably just wants to get those Sand Skimmers a little bit closer to his opponent, and then he'll call that production cruiser back. Pardon me as I just take a sip on my drink here. So yeah, both players just making boring stuff. Well, not boring, but macro stuff. Salvagers, a couple of Sand Skimmers here for a gamer, but nothing to write home about. And I imagine we can settle on in for a bit of a slow start here, which is absolutely fine. That is the flavor of the game on this map. Very rarely do we see a lot of early aggression. In a way, a kind of a bit of a good map in a way, because early aggression is kind of a double bluff, isn't it? It's like everyone knows this is a macro map, so early aggression is like even less expected. And if your opponent is almost certainly going to be building support cruisers and salvagers at this stage in the game, coming in with some early aggression seems very attractive. But I still think it's actually very easy to hold. Using your carrier here, you know, there's nothing really that Sand Skimmers should be able to achieve against this kind of formation of units. So, you know, I think it's quite hard to do. I think if you're going to do any aggression, it's got to be slightly more kind of themed around assault railguns if you're playing as the Gaussian player in this scenario. Anyway, whoa, what is up with the camera here? What is actually up with the camera here? Right, doing some crazy things. Okay, anyway. So the artifacts are up now, ready to go. Let's check the tech for a gamer here. It looks like he has gone for... Okay, he hasn't made his choice yet of opening tech. He's probably just building production cruisers for now.
Acknowledge.
His Sand Skimmers are keeping tabs on his opponent. Look how he's positioned 3 Sand Skimmers here to form a nice little sensors network. Nothing going to get out of Discara's half of the map without a gamer knowing it at this stage, which is going to be nice. The first couple of Pathfinders just trying to, you know, skirmish a little bit against these Sand Skimmers here. One getting a bit exposed. A gamer coming on in to try and capitalize, but Discara sees it and pulls back the LAV before any real damage can be put onto it, so that's just fine. A gamer's done his usual trick of retiring his opening base runner, so he doesn't have one, so there's no way he can begin, you know, swiping artifacts or anything like that.
Production cruiser online.
Oh, dear me. The base runner here of Discara, Coalition base runners are just inherently more useful. So retiring them in the early game is just a bigger cost, you know, because, you know, the base runner for Coalition forces, it makes the awesome probes, it can put down the awesome turrets. It's just really good, as well as, of course, being your artifact runner for later on, and they do look pretty cool too. So that is why, of course, Discara hasn't retired his own base runner. It's much harder to justify doing that when you play as the Coalition forces. Now, do we have a third? Okay, A Gamer X has gone for railguns, and heavy railguns are being built now. This is obviously a good map for heavy railguns, very open. Heavy railguns have commanding lines of fire across large swathes of the map, so that's nice.
Command heated. Rally position marked.
And he's building them 2 at a time right now, so 2 heavy railguns coming out, now 2 more salvagers, and I imagine we'll see a third production cruiser come onto the tab soon. I would be amazed if A Gamer doesn't go for that third production cruiser pretty soon. One of the Sandskimmers is going to get downed here, suppressed as it was by the Armored Assault. I think this one may also, yeah, this one will probably also go down. Getting suppressed by the Armored Assault here is never good.
Defense alert. Heretic forces are extracting an artifact. Verified.
Discara going to make a grab for an artifact at exactly the same time as A Gamer makes a grab for one. So he has rebuilt that base runner that he retired earlier.
Acknowledge. Right attack vehicle
a unit for Discara here is going to make its way into A Gamer's side of the map, just trying to get some information down, just trying to figure out a little bit maybe about what's going on over here. It does see the heavy railgun, so, you know, that is information. So he knows railgun tech is, you know, so that was a totally worthy scout by that LAV. It might not seem like it picked up much, but now he knows it's railguns, and he knows that heavy railguns have been built, or at least one. And that's quite, you know, that's quite big. Look at the scanner placement, by the way, from A Gamer. Very clever here, providing him with a great deal of line of sight, which is going to be very useful. Now, A Gamer's base runner here is going to run into an armored assault. Touch annoying.
A base runner is under attack.
And he immediately knows that it wouldn't have had the health to try and sneak past, so it's going to run away, try and use this heavy railgun to kill that one. Smoke going to be popped by Discara, so both players with great knowledge of their units, just using them very effectively. Using them very smoothly.
Ranged advancing.
Number of LAVs there, 8 Pathfinders out here now.
Enemy armor
Versus 9 Sandskimmers, so the strikecraft number is about even between these 2 players.
Missile ship online.
The third production cruiser, nowhere to be seen. Oh, sorry, no, it's just finished, I take that back. Just finished now for A Gamer. A Gamer has researched missile ships, and he does have a few of the anti-air ships now coming out onto the map. This is one of these maps which is big enough where air units can be used as very good harassment units into your opponent's back line. So I do like getting the missile ships here. That would prevent, you know, harassment by a strategic bomber or a gunship or anything like that, or even a wing of strike fighters. So A Gamer here just making sure he's not going to be brought down by an air switch. Neither player able to grab the artifact, so still 0-0 the scoreline, though both players have 1 base runner loaded right now.
Acknowledge.
That is a lot of strikecraft here. I don't know about this. Remember, LAVs punch for punch fight better in a single stand-up fight than Sandskimmers. A Gamer here taking quite a bit of fire onto his Sandskimmers. May hemorrhage 1 or 2. No, it looks like he's going to get them out. A missile ship coming forwards, getting ready to use its rocket barrage ability to try and corral these strikecraft here. Going to take up position on this hill. That's quite nice there for A Gamer. That makes a lot of sense. But it looks like these Sandskimmers... Whoa! These Pathfinders are actually thinking of cutting around here. Maybe he's going to just split off a backstab division to hit this base. Meanwhile, on the left of the map, a couple of armored assaults going to get repulsed by a missile ship. The barrage on that quite good. Now the Pathfinders decide, I think backstabbing there may have been an okay option. I don't know. It would have been very risky because you leave yourself open to getting trapped in there. But anyway, here come the LAVs. Sandskimmers are ready. Heavy railguns are here. An assault railgun also in the hood. That should be enough, I think. The rocket ship has already, sorry, the missile ship has already used its rocket barrage, so that can't be used to help. But additional assault railguns are rallying here. And the assault railguns, remember, are quite good against LAVs, like definitely decent enough. But the LAVs are beginning to punch through. The heavy railguns beginning to get a little exposed here. They're going to have to get pushed back here. A Gamer responding nicely. Bear in mind at the back here there are railguns firing for the coalition player, so they're putting damage in as well. But yeah, the Pathfinders are forced back there. I mean, they killed nearly all the Sandskimmers, but they weren't able to pick up any of the armored chassis, or sorry, the railgun chassis units, which I think was probably the objective there. So both players effectively trading even there. No big blows, no crucial losses. Basically just strikecraft being lost there. So both players just feeling each other out a little.
Coordinates verified.
Just seeing if they can get any work done. Looks like this base runner for A Gamer might try and make an extraction run now. It's got some assault railguns that can, you know, cover it, as well as a couple of heavy railguns. So that's nice. Let's check the tech here for A Gamer. Honor Guard cruisers are coming on, and they'll be very nice when they get here. He's got good resources right now.
New course entered. Rally
Both
position
players have been
marked.
able to macro up very nicely.
Grid mark noted. Command assault railgun online.
Looks like Descara thinking about moving his forces over to the left. Notice how he's still getting usage out of this probe, very carefully making sure he doesn't get it too close to the missile ships who have potent anti-air.
Course set.
And the Pathfinders here, looks like they want to try and get the base runner, which has the artifact. A-Game are going to posture defensively with his railguns, and that is going to see them off. I think Descara could have committed a bit harder there. Here come a lot of railguns, though. A lot of railguns coming in for the Coalition player, looking to get the kill on this base runner. Looks like Descara preferring instead to try and take this fight at long range, and you have to think that's going to be a great plan. He's getting some cracking good hits onto those railguns. And the Sandskimmers here, there just aren't quite enough of them to take out this number of LAVs, especially with the high ground bonus. Okay, so A-Gamer is going to secure an artifact. That's big. And now he can just exfiltrate these units. He doesn't have to be here anymore, so he can just bring them all out to the south and try and get out of there. Now the heavy railguns for the Galzian player. Oh no, these are assault railguns. My bad. Where are the heavy railguns? Oh, here they are. So the heavy railguns now moving into position, and those are going to be very useful. This is a lot of railgun, though. A-Gamer. Oh no, he's losing all of his assault railguns. They're not even moving. They're getting smoked. Absolutely smashed. The assault railguns go down very quickly. Now A-Gamer feels like he might have to try and take this fight, but I don't think it's a good idea. He's starting to get some heavy railgun shots of his own in. Here comes some LAVs in mid. The missile ship takes a barrage, but it misses. And Descara, this push has been borderline masterful, using his units to just to such good combined effectiveness. Now he's picking down the heavy railguns. All the assault railguns lie defeated. The Strikecraft, just A-Gamer doesn't have enough Strikecraft here. If his Sandskimmers could just get in here for damage, that'd be fantastic, but he's forced to give up a mining location. And he doesn't have nearly the forces he needs to actually take this out. Losing all of his assault railguns was massive. I think he knows it. And this is looking pretty rough right now for A-Gamer. Too many Pathfinders are just tearing apart his Strikecraft. His heavy railguns getting bopped. There's still like how many? 6 railguns here for the Coalition player, some with great amounts of veterancy. His salvages are getting picked down. He's beginning to hemorrhage production cruisers. And remember, without those, he can't even build military units. I guess he's just got to hold on and hope that his first Honor Guard cruiser is going to stabilize him, but I don't even think it will here. And any kind of air transition from Descara is going to be fatal here, because the missile ships are basically gone now. And the Honor Guard cruiser does not want to be using anti-air mode when there's this kind of ground fighting going on. So the resource positions are being absolutely just like beset upon here by Descara. That was a masterful assault. That all hinged on moving in here with the Sandskimmers and seeing that artifact on the base runner. That all hinged on that. And then he brought in his railguns. That was very clever. Rather than going in with the Pathfinders by himself, he came in with the railguns so he could take the fight at longer range. And that was the move, which if it wins this game, and it looks like it will have sealed this game. Now, the Honor Guard cruiser is out. This thing has got fantastic point defense. You can see its little turrets beginning to just dagger down in every direction, just blazing away at these LAVs. Its health going crucially low, though. The railgun slugs are enough, and boom, there goes the Honor Guard cruiser. And there's not enough money to rebuild, actually. He doesn't have the CUs he needs. And so these heavy railguns...
Coordinates verified.
Actually, these heavy railguns are probably going to die. Because the Sandskimmers will pick them off. So what's the follow-up here for Descara?
Commence breakdown. Monitor radiation sensors. Target location marked.
Where is Descara's units? It's like he wasn't building units behind that attack. What's his resource float at? Okay, so Descara floating a reasonable stack of resources, but not that many.
Understood. Resource target verified.
What are these? Oh, these are assault cruisers. Oh, that's what he was building. Right. Okay, yeah, assault cruisers seem pretty good. They'll probably do the job. Yep, that'll be it. There we go. A-Gamer is going to concede at that instant, and we've got an ace match. Ace match. So that's going to be awesome. Wow, what a great way to end a best of 5. 2 games apiece. I'll catch you guys in the ace match here momentarily. Greetings, guys and girls, and a very warm welcome, watchers, to this, the 5th and final game in this best of 5 matchup. In this, the 5th weekly Artifact Cup. Between A-Gamer Ranks and Descara. It all comes down to this. The map is the Boneyard, spawning in the south, playing as the grey and black Galzian forces. It is A-Gamer Anks! And spawning in the north, playing as the sky blue coalition forces. It is Descara! Wow, so it all comes down to this. And this may well be the best series of Homeworld Deserts of Kharak I've ever cast. For the first time, I have to say, I feel like Discara is more than the equal of A Gamer. A player has risen, a champion has been born, who can hold A Gamer to rights and try and take the Artifact Cup weekly crown, which has been A Gamer's since the second week. A Gamer has held it for 3 weeks in a row now, taking the second, third, and fourth Artifact Cups to his name. Sparrow, for those chronographing historians, those chroniclers out there, Sparrow was the player who took the first Artifact Weekly Cup. Haven't seen much from him since. I'd love it if he was to come back, because he was another player on this caliber. He was able to defeat A Gamer ranks. But A Gamer is a vicious and talented beast. He's going to be going for refinery mode here immediately, so we're not going to see any, you know, production cruiser, sand skimmer, all-in shenanigans, which we have seen from him many a time. You know, I'm not just saying these things like they're things that us noobs on the ladder try. I'm saying these things because when A Gamer does them, they're serious business and they can win games. And we've seen that. Discara here going to be going with his standard, coming out with a chain of Pathfinders, going to be moving out across the map here. A Gamer's going to catch wind of this with his sand skimmers. And he needs to pull this sand skimmer back. I don't like trying to get in here. That's too many Pathfinders. He's going to take too much fire on that one. He's going to try and escape here. If he hemorrhages this first sand skimmer, that is not good news. Here comes the second one to just try and assist here, chipping down that initial Pathfinder. Oh my god, Discara is just convinced he's going to run this sand skimmer down here. Sand skimmer, dodge behind the sand dune, mate, dodge. Okay, he's alright. He actually picks up a Pathfinder, actually. That was very nice. Discara just extending a little too far there. Now this little wounded sand skimmer is going to be able to escape and heal. And there are more than enough sand skimmers here to deflect the remaining Pathfinders without this guy. So this guy can just take as much time as he needs to repair.
Fleet capacity upgraded. Sand skimmer moving out.
Discara here, going to grab the first artifact. Here it is, base runner loaded and making its way over. And it looks like the early game of this ace match going to be defined by back and forth skirmishing between strikecraft. And this is precarious stuff. A bad fight here will lose the game. You know, if A Gamer loses all these sand skimmers, or if Discara loses all these armored assault, these light assault vehicles, they could very definitely get overrun here. Now 2 sand skimmers go down and the Pathfinders are overrunning. Remember, Pathfinders have more health and do more damage and have longer range than sand skimmers, so in a close range fight like this they will just win, and that is what we see. They're just chewing through the sand skimmers, inflicting grievous damage. A Gamer's going to focus down the weakened one there very nicely, but I mean he's hemorrhaging units here a little too quickly. I've seen him defend like this before. He's using the high ground advantage there very nicely, but look, Discara going to match the high ground advantage by coming up onto this sand dune, so that nullifies it. No more high ground advantages there. And now A Gamer, oh, he's just going to come forward. But look, I mean, this is like 7 or no, 6 Pathfinders against now 2 sand skimmers. They're beginning to trade very inefficiently here for A Gamer. He's desperately doing everything he can, but I think he needs the guns of his carrier in this fight. He's trading very badly here. And now his units are just coming out one by one and getting butchered by many more times their weight. Now here comes the assault ships, the armored assault vehicles, sorry, for the coalition player, going to be coming out here. Wow, A Gamer just trading as best he can, even with single sand skimmers. It's very it's epic to see. This sand skimmer going to save itself here, and that's a nice pickup on 5 health. Very nicely done. But now the AAVs are here, and that's going to force A Gamer to abandon this location. But his own assault ships are out. Sorry, I forgot to check the tech or pay any attention to the production tab. His own assault ships are out, so A Gamer here on curve to defend this one. Discara grabs an artifact, so it's 1-0 now, the scoreline. Very nicely done. And Discara also grabbing a support cruiser. A Gamer grabbing another production cruiser. Both players looking to expand their resource operations to sustain and construct larger armies here. So I imagine this game is probably going to go to at least 10 minutes, I would have thought. I mean, it's hard to see how any player can die in any sooner than that. This assault ship's going to get picked off here. Very nice prioritizing and target firing there from Discara. Very astute. That was sharply done. Looks like the carrier getting stuck in a bit now. And 2 assault ships going down, I believe. Salvage is getting taken out as well here. So Discara able to convert this assault into some good economic damage here. Using the smoke to be annoying even on this assault ship is also great. So Discara taking a little bit of a lead here. But there's no follow-up. He's just macroing behind this. There is no follow-up. I suppose the follow-up of sorts is that his base runner is stealing artifacts. But uh-oh, I think he thinks he's stolen this artifact, but he hasn't. There we go, he notices. Oh, that's annoying. He probably could have gotten this one, but now it's in jeopardy. Gonna deploy a probe here to see if he's safe to grab it.
Salvager construction.
Okay, now he grabs it.
Defense alert. Heretic forces are extracting an artifact. Rally position marked.
A-Gamer here with a number of assault ships. He's going to split them, 2 left, 2 right. He has a scanner on his right flank, so he has some line of sight over here, which is nice.
New coordinates. Salvager construction complete.
Meanwhile, Descara up to 3 locations now. He's just now opened up his third mining location.
Rally position marked.
So, gonna be stepping on up the economics here. As for A-Gamer, just moments behind here. Coming on in, gonna open up his own third mining location just now. Boom, there it goes.
Salvager construction complete. Command bearer rally position designated.
But Descara is going to secure this artifact.
Rally position marked.
And that makes it 2-0. And that could have... You know, this is important. It all comes down to this game. Boom. So he's now, you know, 2 of the 5 steps on his way to victory now is Descara. Not to mention the fact that his carrier will be more powerful. He's gone for railguns. 3 railguns are now out. And the railguns, of course, are very effective at countering these assault ships, which are going to be coming on in here, but it's too little too late for A-Gamer. They're going to try and get something done here, but it's not going to be nearly enough.
Light attack vehicle online. Position. Forward.
Hostile railgun inbound.
Yeah. Okay, so he disrupts mining here momentarily. That's nice. As long as he doesn't lose these units.
Target position set.
A number of sand skimmers are out. No pathfinders actually for Descara. No LAVs, so that's a tad risky. I'd like to see A-Gamer like use these 2 armored assaults here and push in a bit maybe. Yeah, he's just rallied them in there, so it seems like he likes that idea as well. And Descara is going to be marshalling his forces in this location. A-Gamer just kind of lurking for now. Let's check the tech. He's going for railgun fab, and he's getting sand skimmer raiding. But I like both of these choices. This is a big map, and sand skimmer raiding is going to let his sand skimmers be where it counts more often. It's also going to make the sand skimmers much more able to overrun and get on top of these railguns, which of course are their premium targets of opportunity. So sand skimmer raiding here going to finish momentarily, enabling these sand skimmers to move a little faster.
High-speed light attack vehicle rendering complete.
Yeah, watch the difference, and there the raiding finishes. So now they're moving a little faster.
Moving to destination.
These armoured assaults in the south gonna escape. Here come the sand skimmers though, punching through, taking advantage of some high ground advantage. A-Gamer coming in here with a very nice angle. None of the armoured assaults are here to defend, so he's going to be able to set upon a number of these pathfinders, picking them off very nicely. And if he can control his opponent's strike craft numbers, then he can do quite well. The assault ships hitting in here at the exact same time. Now he's up on top of Descara's harvesters, disrupts the third mining location very nicely, and he's actually going to cause some salvager losses. Maybe only 1, but that's still nice. That's still something. You can also probably pick off this logistics module, which is annoying. I mean, that is money that needs replacing. That's the equivalent of, you know, losing supply depots as a Terran in StarCraft or whatever. So that's nice. As well, he does have some defensive units back at home, so he's not in danger of getting backstabbed, you know, immediately. Gonna just quickly grab another logistics module here is very nice. And now he needs to get these sand skimmers out before they get... Uh-oh, if he leaves them here, they're going to get cornered by the armoured assaults. He's going to get them out. He may just lose one here. If it gets hit by the armoured assault, it'll get slowed down. No, he just gets it out. Very nicely done. And now the carrier of Descara is going to be used to push that away. So some nice attack there for A-Gamer. That bought him some time. It bought him some map control. Let's just check the tech again here. He's going to fleet capacity 105. No additional tech yet. He's got sand skimmer damage level 1 and raiding. So those sand skimmers now quite spicy. Let's check the pathfinders. 2 armor upgrades on the pathfinders actually. Wow, okay, so Descara taking this very seriously. That does actually mean Descara leads in the upgrade race on his strike craft, and that is going to play a big factor. That's going to mean that those pathfinders are going to stay in the battle even longer, doing increased amounts of damage to the sand skimmers that they are here to counter. And a third artifact is beginning to make its way out for Descara. And I mean, I'm just not sure A-Gamer can allow this one to slip away. He's already at 2-0 down. He doesn't even have a base runner. So A-Gamer right now with no way to start making artifact runs of his own. If there's going to be a way that he loses this game in the next 5 or 10 minutes, it will be on artifacts, I suspect. I mean, he could die. He could also just get killed sooner than that. But anyway, let's see now. Here come the Sand Skimmers. Let's just check the tech again. Sand Skimmer damage level 2, going to be finishing here momentarily. That's going to make them quite the pokey units. If he goes for a backstab with those Sand Skimmers, Sand Skimmers with raiding and 2 weapon upgrades are very, very efficient at killing support cruisers and salvagers. You know, they just cut through them. So, you know, that's pretty cool. The assault ship here is going to be forced back. I think Descara realizes that if he wants to, he can garrison this area of the map and get the artifact out. But A-Game are going to backstab here. Descara sees it, the probe in just the right place at the right time. So masterful probing there from Descara. But these Sand Skimmers, you know, that doesn't change the fact that there's nothing here to cover. The Sand Skimmers come barreling in. 2 weapon upgrades are finished. If he wants to, he can... Oh, smoke is popped off of the assault ship. That is very nice. Smoke is popped here, and that may buy enough time for some... Look, these Sand Skimmers are not firing because of the smoke. Okay, there we go. Now they just target down the support cruiser. That is what 2 weapon Sand Skimmers do. Boom! And he nullifies Descara's 3rd mining operation, and that is just hard. That is hard. Whoa, these Sand Skimmers getting a massive high ground advantage, inflicting brutal losses. Oh my god! The 2 weapons upgrade is just tearing apart the strike craft here. An assault cruiser shows up. But there's just units being hemorrhaged here by Descara. It's getting pretty grimy. I wonder if A-Gamer feels like he can stay for another cruiser. That would be backbreaking, but he's not going to. Meanwhile, a load of railguns going to come across here, and Descara does extract his 3rd artifact, but the base runner is left exposed here, taking a few railgun slugs there.
Target location.
It seems like I missed a big fight here. I think, yeah, here we are. There's loads of armored units here, so Descara lost a lot of units to A-Gamer's railguns there, and now Descara in a very bad way. In a very bad way. The Sand Skimmers just come through, taking out more targets of opportunity. Gonna grab this base runner. Wow, 2 weapon Sand Skimmers with raiding are absolutely menacing here. Let's check the tech for A-Gamer. He's getting Sand Skimmer armor. He knows these Sand Skimmers are good. And the thing is, once you've got your opponent like slightly damaged, once you've got some of their economy destroyed, once you have them on the back foot, Sand Skimmers get like incrementally more dangerous because you have your opposing player. Each thing that they pick off becomes worth more and more to them. Every salvager you kill, worth more. Every unit that you are able to harass down, worth more. And that's when the Sand Skimmers can just snowball out of control because they're so maneuverable. You know, this is textbook Galzian tactics. It is a way that you can die to Galzian, is just by Sand Skimmers picking you apart and constantly hitting your weak spots. And right now, A-Gamer is playing that game very well. Very, very well. Let's see. Descara building base runners right now. A number of Pathfinders are out. And actually, to be fair, Descara does have +1 weapons and +2 armor on his LAVs. So they're going to be able to compete with these Sand Skimmers in a straight-up fight quite nicely, I think. That's a lot of railguns, though. Jesus, that's 9 railguns on this hill. Whoa, A-Gamer has to be a little close. If these LAVs get on top of them, that is going to be bad. Okay, the Galzian carrier is going to come out here to cover. A-Gamer secures himself an artifact, BT dubs, making it 1-3. Going to take a sip on my drink.
Move and charge point defenses.
Oh, this is so tense. This is it. This is the battle for the 5th weekly artifact crown. And it's going to come down to this engagement. These 2 players must be, like, on the edge of their seats right now. I would be, but that's a lot less comfortable. But trust me, I'm pretty excited. Descara has like re-established all of his mining operations. So actually, I would say he's stabilized here. If there was a window for him to die to this kind of attack, I think it's closed. That is a lot of railguns, though. Where the hell are they going? A-Gamer here with the ballsy move out of railguns. Very ballsy. Let's check the tech. He's going fleet capacity 125, and he's getting siege cruiser fab.
Coordinates verified. Sand Skimmer advancing.
I think I like that. It's risky, but I think I like it. I mean, there are assault cruisers already out here, though. Alright, there we go. The railgun's going to start trying to line up. Look at the high ground advantage. It's beautiful. The railguns start lining up targets here. They're going to go for the support cruiser, but they don't need to. They start picking off Descara's railguns. The brutal railgun majority is here for A-Gamer, and that is causing grievous wounding into the army of Descara. Now, Descara pops smoke. That's very good. That has actually bought him a few seconds of railgun-free time there. Crucial seconds of railgun-free time. Look at the probes here for Descara. He's so good at this game.
Artifact extraction confirmed.
Alright, and now it's 2-3. A-Gamer using his advantage here to just try and catch up. And bear in mind, that's also making his carrier that much more powerful of a unit. Now, here come the Strikecraft. And now, if A-Gamer loses his Strikecraft, he loses this entire battle because all of his assault railguns will be forfeit. He's got 2 assault ships in the mix, though, and that will be enough. Remember, assault ships do AoE damage. And all of the Strikecraft of Discara come undone. The Sandskimmers for A-Gamer here are easily going to be enough to take them down. And with them gone, the army for Discara is basically 2 heavy railguns, and that does not beat this force that's on the doorstep of his base, which is about to start spawning siege cruisers here. A-Gamer knows there's blood in the water. He's grabbing artifacts. He's moving across the map. It's going to take a miracle here for Discara, and this could be a miracle. 2 artillery cruisers are out for Discara here, which A-Gamer, I don't think he knows about them yet, so if they get a good barrage, that could be badass. Now, a siege cruiser finishes the siege cruiser. Such a spicy unit. It takes aim. I don't know if he's going to fire it now or if he's going to save the barrage. Does he have EMP mode? He does not have EMP mode yet.
Acknowledged. Command verified.
But he's inflicting good hits on his opponent. Now, the artillery cruisers are just edging forwards here. The artillery cruisers are also very potent indirect fire units. Look at the MRLS that they've got up there. Or is that a multiple mortar system? MMLS, a multiple mortar launch system.
Heretic artillery cruiser spotted. Defense alert. Hostile carrier spotted.
Okay, the first barrage is used. I feel like that was a waste.
Advance on you.
They can do a precision strike, eh? That's pretty cool.
Command verified. Artifact extraction confirmed.
3 all.
Armored craft taking
And this
fire.
assault ship gets beefed out by the artillery cruisers, who are just coming forward and just taking names here. Oh dear! Oh dear! A-Gamer Sandskimmers take a splashing barrage. Oh, it's an indirect fire war! Indirect fire war! Oh god! The railguns for A-Gamer are just getting hosed. The siege crews are taking some fire and desperately trying to keep up, but this has turned into this looks like missile defense from the 1980s. So many rockets being exchanged between these 2 players.
Enemy railgun destroyed.
2 siege cruisers against 2 artillery cruisers. What a bizarre fight. I did not think that this would end up looking this way, that's for sure. Both factions just trying to trade as best they can here, but A-Gamer looks like he's forced onto the run. There's not that much that can chase here,
Heavy railgun destroyed.
but his siege cruisers are not very good under these circumstances. He's researching precision bombers, and I like this because there's very little anti-air for Discara, and the precision bombers will beat the artillery cruisers. Plus, interceptors are finished. Interceptors start picking off assault cruisers, and that's really big, actually. There is some anti-air, but I don't think it's enough. The interceptor's doing fantastic damage against the artillery cruiser. Discara are going to push in with this carrier here, but I mean, there's a lot of railguns, so I don't think that's going to work. Where are the siege cruisers? The siege cruisers have backed up to safe distance and have regenerated here, so I don't think A-Gamer is in serious jeopardy. Discara, on the other hand, you know, his cruiser is taking a ton of fire. His units have been mostly devastated. Oh, he's taking a ton of fire. Those railgun barrages are so real. Actually, you know what? There's nothing here to save the carrier. So I believe this is game. These heavy railguns going to carry A-Gamer to victory here. He is smashing this carrier to bits. The health falls down. The health is falling. Is he going to get it out? No. Discara trying for all he's worth to get this cruiser out. 1600 HP remains. 1400. The railgun's just hitting in for damage. The siege cruisers as well, flailing shells in. Oh, and there's the final barrage. And that is all she wrote for Discara, who fought very hard and played very well and came so far, taking A-Gamer ranks to an ace match. But it is he, the original legend, and our 4-time Artifact Cup winner, A-Gamer Anx, who is going to take his 4th consecutive Artifact Cup win, winning Artifact Cup number 5. I don't know what to say. I think that was the best series of Homeworld Deserts of Kharak I've ever cast between 2 very well-matched players. Discara, mate, I think, don't worry, the fact that you lost this, I mean, you can hold your head up high. You are definitely among the elite of this game. That was a fantastic game. I honestly, I think if this was a best of 7, I couldn't tell you who was going to win still, you know? Like, that's how close this was. A-Gamer has won on this occasion, but that could have gone either way. And the games that Discara won, like, they weren't flukes, and A-Gamer didn't just mess up. He took those games and forced A-Gamer to play incredibly well. But wow, you can't take it away from A-Gamer. You can't deny it. he's the best player in Homeworld Deserts of Kharak, as far as I know, unless there's some ninja player I've never cast. Gameranx, undoubtedly, for my money, the best player right now. Fantastic to watch him play, and what a way to win. Fantastic. Homeworld Deserts of Kharak, ladies and gentlemen, a brilliant RTS. It's just, if you like RTS, if you were brought up on Command & Conquer, and if you enjoy StarCraft, and if you like a bit of, even a bit of Total War / Ruse, there's elements of that in this, you can do worse than picking this game up. I'm not even kidding. It's just a very good RTS. Like, the micro, the tech tree, everything about it is well thought out. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's up there with StarCraft insofar as how well of a crafted RTS it is. So anyway, thank you very much to Sinistro once again for sending me the replay pack. I'm sorry that it took me a week and a half to get around to casting this one, but as I say, things have been really busy for me recently. I've had a lot to take care of. Anyway, back on the block, casting as per usual, and Artifact Cup number 6. I won't be, as I say, I won't be competing in it because I'm away that weekend, but I will be casting the hell out of it. So more Homeworld Deserts of Kharak action coming soon. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Magpie842, and I will see you next time.